What's up, YouTube? This is Sunny Tater, and I'm bringing you a domination match with the M60. I think the final score, or my final score, is 54-6. I'm running the specialist strike package. I'm using a javelin as my secondary, which I don't usually run with, but you know, I figured out that it's really fun, and also it's a good way to pick up a few kills in the beginning of a match, and further your specialist streak. And you can always pick up another gun once you run out of it, so that's why I'm using that. What I really want to talk about is some underused guns in the game, and as you can see, I'm using the M60, by far one of the most underused guns, along with some others that I want to talk about. The M60, you might pick it up at first or set it as one of your classes, thinking, I don't know, it'll be like the other LMGs. But the thing that sets the M60 apart is its damage. Its damage is so much greater. It's like the MK14 almost. Once you get a grip and a red dot, this thing is pretty unstoppable, and it's great for large amounts of enemies, which in Ground War, which is what I'm playing, is absolutely awesome. As you can see right here, I'm just going ham on these kids from behind. I get 5 of them, and I'm only halfway through my magazine. It doesn't have a fast fire rate like some of the LMGs. It's pretty slow, but what it makes up for in slow fire, what it lacks in slow fire, makes up for in damage. The perks that I would recommend using with any LMG, Steady Aim Pro is a must, because the LMG takes such a long time to raise after sprinting, and Steady Aim Pro helps you raise it quicker. And you'll see a few times, if I didn't have that, I would have been dead for sure. And also, I just want to point out that I'm on a 20-something streak right now. Anyway, I died 2 away from a Moab, and I'm really frustrated about that, and I go on a death streak. So just don't pay attention to that, because I was just messing around. Anyway, what I like to do is the perks Marksman and Steady Aim, since they're on the same tier, I like to set that as my first specialist one, because that's what I'm running right now. Because a lot of times with LMGs, as you'll figure out in a little bit later in the gameplay, they're really good for stationary, I guess you could call it head camping. Fail. Stationary, just mowing down enemies. Okay, let me rephrase this. They're good for, since they have a low mobility, they're good for stationary attacks on a lot of enemies. And I'm using all of this gun's advantages to their full extent by doing what I do, so I don't want any hating for, I guess, camping or head camping. And also, this map is such a good gun for LMGs because there are a lot of fences that are good to shoot through, and also there's long lines of sight. And also, Ground War, there's lots of enemies, so you can really utilize those huge magazines. Okay, so y'all have learned. Okay, what was the other gun I was gonna do? Oh yeah, the PM9. Okay, every prestige I try to use a few different guns, and I'll set them as my main ones, and I'll use a few different what's the word I'm looking for? Variations of those. For instance, I've tried kick with the silencer, just different perks and proficiencies with each gun, just to see how they work and what I find the best. I've got the gold M60 now, so I know pretty much how it works. And I just want to also point out that last death I had, that RPG just exploded in midair by my head, and I was really frustrated about that. Okay, so yeah, so I know how the M60 works. Along with the PM9, I've been using that gun a lot after the buff, and it's pretty decent. It's very good at close range. It's like it's like a PP90 with less range, basically. It shoots a little bit faster, which is good. And one of the things that you really need on that gun is range, or you could opt for silencer and rapid fire. But yeah, a lot of these guns people just don't use because they think are really bad, but almost every single gun in this game is usable, and you are able to do well with it once you get the correct attachments and proficiencies. And I know it's easy to do well with the ACR, the Type 95 most of the time, but I just like to give myself a challenge with these different guns, and I find that getting a Moab with one of these is much more, it gives you more of a sense of accomplishment than with an ACR. Because, I mean, if you're like me, then getting an ACR Moab isn't really a big deal. But yeah, anyway, that concludes what I really wanted to talk about. I go and finish up this game soon, get a pretty nice last final kill. And so if you like this and want to see more gameplays and montages by me, then please subscribe to my channel, STX Gaming Productions. Like my videos, and peace out.
Get that away.